Tech is filmed in front of a live canine audience.
Alright, it has turned cold. It's even snowing out a little bit. You see Quinn down there, she's got her bone, but she also has a collection of Atari 5200. So that's pretty fantastic. It's time today to get out the 5200. Apologize for the heater fan. It is really cold and windy outside, but we are going to rock and roll through what we got at the 5200 through the auction. Pretty excited about it. Alright, let's just start with a quick inventory of what we got. We have our, I'm assuming, power supply here for use with the Atari 5200 only. But we're going to need that because we are planning to power this thing up. 9.3 volts DC at 1.95 amps. Certainly we can hit that up on the bench supply if we don't feel comfortable with this. But I've never seen anything that says these are bad. But we'll see what we got there. Keep that there. We do have our TV antenna switch box adapter over here. That's pretty fun. So we can switch between standby and normal and get our antenna in over here. Use only with an Atari 5200. We got our game input. And we'll have to sort that out. I don't really remember how all of that works. Oh, it does have another cable in it. Interesting. I don't know why somebody threw that in there. And we've got the good old 75 300 ohm transformer here. So we'll have to sort that all out and see if we've got the right cables even on us to connect this into the ViewSonic. I don't know how we'll get to that today. Then we got some books. We got the Atari 5200 Owner's Manual about unpacking our Atari. This is so fantastic. Literally, I was 5 when I had one of these. Congratulations on your purchase. One of the most exciting video game systems available. We suggest you read this owner's manual thoroughly. Ooh, it came with Super Breakout. I don't know if we have that. So, we have the manuals here. We got a whole lot of very cool stuff over here. Documentation on the 5200. Computer catalog. We can go through all that later. That's going to keep us really busy. We got, if we go over here, 2 extra controllers in boxes. The vaunted, so loved Atari 5200 controller. And Space Dungeon with controller holder. So, I did not have Space Dungeon as a kid, so that'll all be new. We've got a whole collection of games. I'll throw them over here real quick, but we'll probably go through them all in some more time. Atari Pac-Man Football, Star Raiders. I bought this entire box because I wanted pole position. Can remember here in living in Indianapolis, and our whole family came over and we all played pole position before we went to the Indy 500. So I have that memory from being a little kid. I remember exactly what this cartridge looks like. That is amazing. I am really looking forward to finally playing pole position back on the 5200 again. That's just amazing. I don't even remember all of these games. Choplifter. Do you remember that? I need a copy of Qbert. I don't have a Qbert in here. I loved Qbert. But that's alright. And then we, of course, we dig down here to the most important part of our world. Let's see what this camera setup is. So, we do have also with this setup 2 of the lovely Atari 5200 controllers. And let's see here. Ooh, this cable is wound there. Non-centering joysticks. It's so weird. I mean, I'm sure as a kid I thought it was amazing. Didn't know anything of it. Wonderful little buttons. I mean, this thing feels pretty good. I hope I don't have to rebuild one of these. But, goodness gracious. That cable's been on there a while. Oh, this is so fantastic. Literally so many memories rushing back. I don't know what to say. I think before we get too deep, we need to take this thing apart. I just want to look inside it before I risk powering it on in any way and make sure nothing looks like it's going to explode. That's quite a few screws. Alright, cable in back. That's amazing. I'm going to take these screws out and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, I lied. I'm going to share this with you. I've made it through 3 screws. This has the most satisfying crack So we're going to try this here and see if you can get a good screw crack. Oh, did you hear that? I hope you heard that. That was fantastic. Hold on. We'll take this off. Let's move it down here, see if we get one down here. All right, I'm going to try not to curse on this channel, but I've never had a device make me regret my decision to take everything apart before I plug it in as much as this thing. I don't know what the scenario of nuclear winter was that Atari was shielding this thing from, but that was horrid to get that off. All these stupid little tabs come up through the bottom, these guys, and twist. And then they don't want to pop off. My goodness, that was nuts. Look, these are still even stuck in the actual PCB from coming off. The good news is, while I'm going through all this misery, oh, I hate you, Shield. While I'm going through all this, things look pretty good. I mean, the chips look beautiful. There's really, this thing hardly has any capacitors on it. Got a capacitor here. I mean, it looks fine. I probably could have just plugged this thing in. Woo! Whoa-oh. Man, is that factory that they left all this gunk? Look at all this flux gunk underneath here. Wow. Atari, 1982, revision 3. We are inside. Now let's see what kind of cables we have, and I honestly don't see any reason not to fire this bad boy up. Let's see what we got. It looks absolutely gorgeous in here. Yeah, in no way did I remember, certainly from when I was a kid or anything, how bizarre this setup was. So we got power adapter. I forgot it feeds the silly little switch box, which is actually both the video and then runs the power back to the fixed cord on the 5200. I mean, what a system. Okay, any rate, we got power. We're into my Magic ViewSonic box here, and it is on channel 3. So I think we can hit a button, and let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Looky there. We got a screen. It went black. I think that means we need to find ourselves a cartridge, which conveniently we have. So, hold on. Let's see what we can get. Okay, it's exciting times. I'm not going to pull out my pole position cartridge because the second I get that out, I'm going to get too excited. So we're pulling out a copy of Defender, which we still have the manual of even in here. I mean, that's the degree of awesomeness of this collection. We have our Atari Defender manual. Ooh, it is coming down and windy out there. Glad I am in here in the heat. It's got our Defender. I had to put the cover back on because it's got the 2 little tabs that engage to force the cartridge to work. Pop this bad boy in. Boom. And we have a working Atari 5200, albeit offset on the screen. But that is an issue with my little ViewSonic box, which has been having this problem lately with this combination of screen. And going to be something that requires some work. We even managed to lose the whole signal now from this silly thing. So, I am absolutely thrilled. We have a working Atari. Defender is loaded. Can't have a whole lot of fun with it missing the screen. So, that's going to be a little work here in the barn. Obviously, got some setup problems going on before I continue on and have more fun with this and pull out these beautiful joysticks that everybody loves and see if they work, because they do feel wonderful. I'm going to fix the setup so that my screen doesn't look half off. But, most important part, working Atari 5200, pretty fantastic. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll check out some of the games here once we get this thing all working and running again. Alright, we're going to wrap this up with an ordeal, because I spent a little more time on this after I said I was going to be done. Went and chased down where my ViewSonic box came from and got its remote, which means I finally got it in the right resolution mode and found that it had a stupid setting called 3D Enhance turned on. That's what was causing the picture to go off. But, of course, there's no sound on that box, so that led us to pulling out a monitor. Actually, I pulled out 2. The first one I pulled out, the sound doesn't work and was just crunchy and nasty. So I thought that was going to be a problem. But in the end, this is all that's important. Start. I mean, does it get any better than this? No, I don't think so. It's Crash. Yes! Fantastic.